Negative side about having the Anthony take care of things is I forget I get muted every time something changes. So anyway, what I was saying is that we're having a Christmas party and I've got 30 plus guests coming to the house and my wife's running around downstairs and they're going to be here shortly. But welcome everybody. It's funny how you miss a Saturday morning and you just, you don't realize how much you miss it. Todd said you can just take off this morning. I'm like, I need to get on here and see everybody because it's just kind of like our ritual on Saturday mornings to get everybody together. But at any rate, guys, this morning we're going to talk about setting goals and kind of getting your vision. And I don't know that there's anybody we could have on this call anymore. The two that are going to talk to you about it. I've known Todd Rowland speak things, what I call it, speaking into existence. He doesn't even realize it sometimes. People say, Todd tends to exaggerate things. And then the things he talks about happens the next year. It's exactly what we were talking, things we do. And then hot chocolate. I'm gonna call her hot chocolate instead of Melody. I mean, I can't. I've got her programmed into my phone as hot chocolate now. She's our guest this morning, and she wanted me to be like mentoring her. And so she came to my house on a regular basis, and we would talk and we would visit and learning. And then I took a visit to her house and got to see her office. And I'm like, my goodness, I need to be being mentored by her because this lady, I'm just so impressed with her mindset, her goals, where she's come from, where she's headed to, what she's already accomplished, and then her goals for the next level. And I don't know what else to say it. And I just, after walking out of her office, I'm like, I don't know that you need my mentoring because you literally do everything that I've been taught to do by great people for so long, yet she's still trying to learn. She's still trying to get better. So at any rate, with that, I'm going to turn it to Todd because it's going to be more his call this morning, he and hot chocolate. And they're going to talk to you a little bit about getting ready for the new year. By the way, I will say this, 2021 has been an unusual year. We've been through the pandemic. We've been through so much. I think that things are loosening up. At least I know they are around here. I mean, we're doing basically our normal thing. I don't even think about pandemic anymore. I hear about it. But I am totally convinced with so many things coming in 2022 that we're going to see this company. And I think momentum is described in so many different ways. Somebody says, what is caused by momentum? I can tell you how momentum starts. Momentum starts because the field decides to make it start. The field, enough leadership has really pushes it into momentum. And Todd and I have experienced that with one other company. And it's hard to explain why and what that does to you unless you're been a part of it. And I'm going to probably just say it with that I am totally convinced that what we're about to see over the next 24 months, don't think it'll happen in a day. This is not something you'll see like one day you wake up and it's that way. It'll be an effect that takes months, and then you'll see we're there, and then it's not going to go away for a while. It'll be growth, and yes, then it'll level off, but that's normal business. And but those people that are a part of this, what I call this explosion, I can only put it to one thing, and I'm going to finish with this. And I didn't even, this just came to my mind. I worked with another company for 4 or 5, it was actually about 5-6 years, and did well. I mean, I had a 6-figure income every year and a double 6-figure income. And then all at once that momentum hit, I was doing nothing different, literally. And then the 7th year, and I'd have to go back and look at the actual years, but my income tripled with nothing different because of the momentum the next year. But the crazy part is it did it again the next year. So long story short, guys, it's hard to explain it unless you've experienced it, but but I've seen the picture show before. That's the best way to put it. I've seen the show, so I know what's going to happen when it begins. And I am really convinced that I see all the signs, the telltale signs before that made that happen. So with that, I'm going to turn it to Todd.
Chris, I am so excited about this morning, but we've got 2 housekeeping things I want to get out of the way before we hit the record button and kick this off. The first is, Chris, we had a new person join our board of directors. If you follow the stock, you saw it come out on an announcement worldwide on the stock tickers. Her name is Judy Hammersmith. Chris, she's a very good friend of yours. You've known her for 20 years. Why don't you share the importance of Judy Hammersmith becoming a part of our board of directors real quick?
Todd, when I got that, it was almost like I couldn't even hardly believe it. Judy Hammersmith was the Assistant Attorney General in the Reagan administration. Her credentials at one time, she was the legal counsel.
the Assistant Attorney General to the United States.
Yes. Oh, yeah. The Assistant Attorney General to the United States, right, in the Reagan administration. I guess I should go clarify that. And not only that, but she was also the chief counsel for Herbalife. She was also the interim CEO of Herbalife. And when I say credentials, taught Duke Law School. I mean, her resume, when I actually text Fred when I heard about it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I couldn't believe that she was now a part of our board. I was just in the state of shock. I know you were too, Todd, because we had known her. And it's hard to explain what it meant to me, because I'll put it to you this way. When I decided to join this company, Todd knows this, I called her to ask about these owners, because I didn't know about the company. I didn't know Fred. I didn't know Mark. I didn't know any of these people. So I called him, wanted advice. And she said, let me do some studying. And we talked about that yesterday, because I called her and she said, isn't it funny how I told you that I was really convinced they were really good people? They had they were on the up and up. They were quality business guys. And here I am 8 years later, I'm applying to work with them. And she has been accepted onto our board. And she said, so you did a good job picking companies, because you picked the right leadership, the right ownership. And now of all things, she is on our board of directors. And for those that don't know her, there's no way you'll understand how big a deal it is that she is on it's just going to mean huge things to keep us where we need to be. And I'm convinced that she is too, by the way, just so you know. She said, I think this company is going to do something very special. Now, think about this. This is a lady who came from a company that was already Herbalife, what, 2 billion, 3, I don't know how big they are, but she's been legal counsel to a lot of big companies and in the MLM world. So yeah, Todd, I'm pumped that Judy's with us, to say the least.
It's not an overstatement to say she is the world's leading legal authority on network marketing worldwide. And she is politically tied to both sides of the aisle in Washington, D.C. It is a extremely big deal for a company that plans on going to be 10 billion. One more housekeeping thing. One of the things that I personally struggle with on social media is on Facebook. I don't always get all the people's posts that I want. I have to go search them out. They don't just naturally show up on my feed. Amy Summers, who I just think does an unbelievable job, she shared how for me to go get her lives all the time and be able to see it when she goes live. I get a notification. So if anybody out there wants to make sure you're following all the people you want to follow for the information flow, because Facebook is really one of our number one places that we flow information. Anthony's going to give us a little 3 or 4 minute overview on what to do on your Facebook page to make, I think he called it, make a favorite friend, make your favorite friends. And then those posts will always show up.
Yes, that's absolutely correct. So let me, I just brought my phone in here, so make it real easy so everybody can see how you can do it from the phone. So I'm just going to share my screen here, and then everybody will be able to see. There we go. Okay. So now everybody can see my screen. So all you do, well, we're talking about Facebook at this time. So we're just going to go to Facebook. And as you open up your app, let's say, well, Todd's already won, so is Chris, but let's just say let's say I wanted to see all of Todd's posts. And I'll go to Todd's page. And right here where it says friends, if you click on friends, and if you go to edit friends list, it will bring up these right here. And so anybody you make a close friend, you'll always get notifications when they make a post, when they make anything really, or go live on Facebook. But if you make them a close friend, and so for me, I do that a lot. I did it about a year or so ago, really about 2 years ago, because I got tired of seeing all the negative people on my Facebook. So I just wanted to see positive people. So I just started following all the people I wanted to. So if you click close friends and you check it, now every time Todd makes a post, I will get a notification. And then there's also right here, if you click on the 3 dots, if you click on following, and if you make Todd, you can make a person a favorite as well. So if you make a person a favorite right over here, you'll also get everything that person posts. And also you can do it with groups. So now also it's important with the groups to get the notifications. So you can go right up here. Mine looks a little different because I'm an admin, but if you click in the top right here, and where's the notification part? It is, I think I already have it turned on, so it won't let me do it. But if you click on the same button in the top right up there on the group, you'll be able to get all the notifications that Level Up has to offer. But anytime, like, so for instance, I love watching John's post, John Ramsey. So I went and made him a favorite and a close friend as well, just so I can keep on getting all their notifications and not missing something. So if you want to catch something that one of the leaders is doing, then feel free just to go make them a close friend or a favorite, and then you'll be good to go to always see it on Facebook. So just a little tip there.
Wow, that's amazing.
Anthony, I don't think that's the
that's
tip
the
of the
other
day. That might be the tip of the year, Chris, for people like you and I. That's a really big deal. So I would encourage you, like on your teams, make sure they are getting the post of you, of course, and any of the leaders that are in your upline that you want them to hear from, information flow wise. Because like a lot of times I wasn't even getting to Anthony, sometimes Brent Palmer, sometimes Chris's. I missed the post. I'm like, why am I not getting these posts? So when that got explained to me yesterday, it was like a jaw-dropping moment. So thank you for that, Anthony. Okay, let's pause for a minute and push record now. Let's start this.